And from the world of sports, we start off with some cricket news. England, who made use of their home conditions perfectly, registered a crushing 10-wicket win according to the Duckworth-Lewis method over Sri Lanka in the fourth one-day international played yesterday. Thereby, England levelled the 5-match one-day series 2-2. The much-anticipated fourth one-day international experienced a delayed start owing to a wet outfield at Trent Bridge in Nottingham. Thereafter, England skipper Alistair Cook won the toss and invited Sri Lanka to bat first on a green surface with overcast conditions. The visitors suffered an early blow when they lost their captain Tilakaratne Dilshan, who was caught by Craig Kieswetter off the bowling of James Anderson for a duck. That opened the floodgates and Sri Lanka lost wickets at an alarming rate as Anderson proved unplayable. Opener Mahela Jayawardene and Dinesh Chandimal both headed back to the dressing room before reaching double figures. However, Angelo Matthews along with Kumar Sangakkara gave some hope for the visitors as they put on a sixth wicket partnership of 72 runs before Matthews was dismissed for 39 runs.
That should be out. That's a very good catch. Next man in.
With wickets falling all around, a stubborn Sangakkara braved on and was the last man to be dismissed for 75 runs off 107 balls. Sri Lanka were bundled out for 174 runs in 43.4 overs. England, who displayed quality swing bowling, saw James Anderson and Jade Dernbach bagging 3 wickets apiece. Chasing a revised target of 171 runs for victory from 48 overs, England cruised to victory in just 23.5 overs with 10 wickets remaining. Skipper Alistair Cook, showing off his good form in recent times, hammered 95 runs off just 75 balls, including 16 brilliantly timed boundaries. He was ably supported by wicketkeeper batsman Craig Kieswetter, who scored 72 runs off 68 balls, which included 8 boundaries and 3 sixes. Thereby, England beat Sri Lanka by 10 wickets according to the Duckworth-Lewis method. Cook was adjudged man of the match.
To level the series, they've set it up beautifully for the final game at Old Trafford. Congratulations to Alistair Cook.
The series decider will be played at the Old Trafford on the 9th of this month.
Alistair, if I could have another chat with you.
Moving on, Jamaican athlete Usain Bolt says that he has been working on his technique and that he is going to work hard to defend his title ahead of tomorrow's Diamond League meet in Paris.
De l'application sociétale du groupe, nous renouvelons.
Yeah, it's just working on technique work. For me, we've been doing a lot, as I said, on technique and training. So for me, it's just all about execution in this race and trying to get the perfect execution. My coach has been watching me a lot in training, and he's told me when I go out there I should really focus on trying to get everything together. I try to get the right technique running-wise, so that's what we're going to work on. Yes. Me, Safa is doing well, Lamette is doing well, Steve Mullins is doing well, so I can't get complacent because Tyson Gay has dropped out. I'm working hard, I'm working back from injury, so my focus is just trying to get back to the Usain Bolt everybody know and love. And for me, my goal is just to defend my title. I've said that I want to become a legend in the sport, and I think if I defend both my titles back to back, it'll make me one of the few that have done that. So for me, that's my aim, that's my goal this season. So I'm going to work hard, I'm going to stay focused. Yes.
Coming up next is this morning's Sports Roundup.
Excited Argentine fans surprised a secret training session by the Argentine national soccer team yesterday. The fans descended on the unlocked stadiums as the likes of Barcelona's Lionel Messi and Manchester United's Carlos Tevez warmed up on the pitch. Team managers complained to the stadium officials, but the lucky fans were not removed. Argentina is preparing to face Colombia in its second Group A Copa America match. The hosts got off to a disappointing start in their opening 1-1 draw against Bolivia. Colombia is coming into the match off a 1-0 win against Costa Rica. But manager Hernan Dario Gomez said Argentina will be a tough match. The President of Athletic Federation of India, Manohar Lal Dogra, said a hearing panel will decide on the case of the athletes who failed the recent dope test. 8 Indian athletes failed the out-of-competition dope test held between the 11th of June and the 14th of June at Bangalore in India's southern Karnataka state. Noted Indian runners Manpreet Kaur and Jauna Murmu have also failed in that doping test. The Sports Ministry has ordered a thorough investigation into this embarrassing doping scandal after the athletes tested positive for taking banned anabolic steroids.
And now for a look at the day's exchange rates. Well, finally, the 8th and final premiere of the Harry Potter franchise will take place today, almost 10 years after the first movie, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, hit cinemas worldwide. Entertainment First takes a look back at how the young stars of Harry Potter grew up on the big screen over the past decade.
David Barrett, the film's producer, David Thewlis, who plays Remus Lupin, Natalia Tella, who plays Infidora Tom, in the track director to Hillary, who's standing on the podium just on the right over there, top rooftop, which was difficult.
After we finished like a year ago now, I have felt a little bit lost without it really, and not really knowing what to do with myself. And it's been such a constant part of my life, and to suddenly have that kind of just suddenly come down to this kind of one film, yeah, it is quite sad, and I'm really genuinely gonna miss it and miss everyone.
People in New York, but
yeah, hello. This is a question for Fine.
Well, obviously, kissing Dan, kissing Harry for that scene, you know, it's a figment of Ron's imagination and the worst possible thing that he could ever imagine. So, the kiss obviously had to be passionate. I was half naked and covered in silver paint, so that was pretty awkward. Kissing Rupert, also awkward. We'd just been soaked by an enormous bucket of water, which was sort of perched, which we had to pretend we didn't know was going to hit us, but we knew was coming, and that was also equally awkward and weird. So both strange situations to be in. Both were complete gentlemen, and you know, it's obviously hard to put our personal history to one side, considering that we did grow up together. But I don't think they'll mind me saying that, you know, once you've done it sort of 4 or 5 times, it gets quite, like, kissing gets quite boring. Genuinely.
Well, with that, we wrap up this edition of Primetime Breakfast News. It was great having you with us. Enjoy the rest of the day ahead. Goodbye.